Malcolm saw that the interior of the case was lined in green felt, and he had little wooden alleys for chips and dice. A carrier placed it on the seat next to him, then retrieved a wooden dice cup from inside of the valise and emptied its contents into his hand. The dice was delicately carved ivory, shiny and white. "We got a good 20 minutes before we get to your apartment," he said, turning the dice over in his hand. "You fancy a game, backgammon?" Malcolm suddenly realized why a carrier name had sounded familiar. He'd seen in Princeton school newspaper. A carrier was some sort of backgammon prodigy. He won a few national championships and had formed a club or a team or whatever they called it. "It wasn't football, it was something. I'm not sure I even remember how to play," he said, "but I can try." Then the thought dawned on him. "I have an apartment." Apartment might be a bit of exaggeration, Carrie said, placing ivory chips in little militant lines across the backgammon felt. "Like everything else, it will be more of learning experience than a living experience, but you'll be happy to know it's on expense. The rent won't come out of your salary." Malcolm paused, then made his eyes wide. "I have a salary?" he asked sarcastically. 4 disaster games of backgammon later, Malcolm found himself alone in 10 by 10 box on the second floor of one of the ugliest 3-story buildings he had ever seen in his life. The cement complex was wedged between an auto mechanic's shop and convenience store. The front entrance was little more than a bank of aluminium mailbox and an ungrated door. There was no elevator, which was fine because Malcolm wouldn't have trusted it if there had been one. The walls and floor of hallway were all cheap plaster and peeling tiles, and at least half of fluorescent ceiling panels had gone. Malcolm's apartment was in slightly better shape. The walls had been recently repainted a sort of beige color that made him think of eggs that had been boiled a little too long. The floor was covered in tatami mats, and there was a small thin futon in one corner. A wooden desk was by bathroom drawer, but there was no chair. On a closer inspection, Malcolm realized that the drawers were actually pointed on. The bathroom was slightly less charming than an airplane laboratory, but at least it had a Western-style toilet and a stand-up shower. Affixed to the wall next to the toilet were instructions on proper use of obviously foreign device, written in Japanese and illustrated with graphic pictures.